Hello there, gang, and welcome to another episode of Displaying-Model-Behaviour, the Earth's mightiest video podcast. There's a whole bunch of nerdy news out there that you need to know about, but before I tell you about that, I want to say a big thank you to our channel members, Gabe Meyer, Michael McGee, Paul O'Neill, and Tony Tom. Guys, thank you so much for supporting the channel by getting a Model Behavior channel membership. You help me make more videos. So every time that I pop up in the algorithm, you'll know it's because of the channel members who make that possible. So with all that thanks being said, there's a whole bunch of news to talk about. So let's talk about it. So the top story today, I think, has to be the new G.I. Joe Haslab. It's been revealed, and it's pretty impressive looking. So we've got the G.I. Joe Classified Snurries Snowcat Haslab campaign. And the Snowcat, well, the pictures speak for themselves. It's a nice looking package if you're a G.I. Joe person. Cobra have been building out their ranks and their vehicles for a while now. So we need to kind of level the playing field a bit. And for $324.99, you can do that. And that's kind of in line with typical Haslab, so I'm not going to say yay or boo regarding the price. It is what it is, but I can show you some nice pictures from it and let you decide for yourself. So, of course, like any good Haslab, there's going to be a bunch of tiers as well. So you got the base price, the $325. Was it $325? I'm forgetting what I'm saying. Yeah, $325. But then on top of that, hopefully for you guys, I've got my fingers crossed for you, you're going to get some tiers as well. So for 10,000 backers, it's 8,000 to be, activated. But then after that, we're going to get the 10K backers, Lady Jane in Arctic gear. Then, Lady J, this number one G.I. Joe fan over here. Then for 12,000 backers, you get the bivouac. You get the bivouac battle station. And then finally, for 14,000 backers, you get Flint in Arctic gear action figure. So if you do hit all those tiers, it's going to add a lot of value to the package. I mean, yeah, they've been doing pretty good with their tiers for Haslabs recently. I'm trying to think, my mind has just gone blank. But the Cobra tank thing, I forget the name, but that shot through all the tiers, I'm pretty sure, because every time they revealed a new figure, people were understandably like, wow, yeah, that's awesome, I want it, gonna add a huge amount of value, boom. So this one, I feel like it will probably do the same. I don't know if it's as fun as some of the Cobra characters, but still, the Snowcat itself, that looks pretty amazing, with all the light-up functions, the articulation in there, and everything that goes on. Yeah, it's a real pretty looking piece of kit. Folks, it's time to take a quick pause for the cause and pay those model behavior bills by giving a shout out to this channel's sponsor, Legendsverse. And you know what Legendsverse is by now. It is your one-stop shop for all of your action figure cataloging, correlating, and collecting needs. Legendsverse, don't let the name fool you. It ain't just Marvel Legends. They cover almost every single toy line out there. SH Figurarts, Select, McFarlane, Mezco, Mafex, WWE, Transformers, Motu, Star Wars The Black Series, Mythic Legions, Cosmic Legions, and even more. Not only that, but their archive goes back decades, so you can see where the figures originally started from and how far we've come. And also, you can find those rare gems from the past that maybe you didn't even know that you needed, and now you got yourself a grail, just like I did with a random sensational Spider-Man. I was like, oh man, I didn't know that existed, but I do now. So gang, go check out Legendsverse. Whatever line you collect, there's going to be a massive rabbit hole for you to go down, and I guarantee you're going to have a good time doing it.
Hi, neighbor. Yoo-hoo! Spider-Man over here.
Super quick recap from yesterday. Blockies have just revealed their prototype Marvel Rivals figures. A lot to get excited about here. They look about 1/12 scale, the good lord scale. Probably not going to see the light of day for at least a year or so, but the fact that another company is making Marvel Rivals figures and they look this good, whew, that's a good reason to be excited. If you want more information, you can always check out yesterday's video. SH Figurarts Gamerverse style Cyclops is going up for pre-order today. So you can get your pre-orders in now, and he should be dropping around about November. Also, very happy to confirm that he is listed as being 155 millimeters. I do believe that's it. And not 145 like he was originally listed as. I think SH Figurarts realized their blunder and wanted to make it very clear that this dude will scale and match up with your other 6-inch style figures. So that's both good news and bad news, because now I want to buy him again, and I really need to save that money. So speaking of things that I need to resist, but it's going to be real hard to do, SH Monster Arts are giving us a couple of really gorgeous Godzillas, including the one that I've been wanting the most, 1989's Godzilla from my favorite version of that movie franchise, Godzilla vs. Biollante. And this is just the perfect look of the character. He looks mean, but kind of cute in that sort of cat-like sort of way, but still classic monstrous Godzilla. This might be the one that I've been holding out for the longest time. And Godzilla vs. Biollante is like, in my opinion, peak Godzilla, especially with the creature, this Biollante that he fights, which is a combination of like alien space dust and the DNA from a scientist's daughter and a rose, and it all comes together to make a giant rose crocodile monster with tentacles. It's amazing. And also this comes with a little backboard as well of the movie poster, so that's really fun. Hoo-ha! But if you want something a little bit more up-to-date, they're also doing Godzilla from Shin Godzilla, which is the much more freaky-looking, monstrous version. And this is going to be a bit more expensive, but I was thinking, is that because it's got LEDs? I can't see anything that says light-up features, but these pictures certainly seem to imply that, so I'm going to be looking a little bit deeper, because if it doesn't have light-up features, I think these pictures are a bit misleading, because that is clearly glowing with that purple. So I'm going to try and get some confirmation on that. Whether it lights up or not, it does look gorgeous with the backdrop as well. SH Monster Arts, they're kind of crushing it with these two, but 1989, I think I might roll the dice on that. I just realized this is quite a Figurarts heavy episode because they are also releasing their new Superman for the movie. David Cornsweet's Superman doesn't look entirely like David Cornsweet, though. I'm not the first person to point this out. In fact, it was pointed out to me and I was like, oh, dang, I can't unsee that now. Totally looks like the dude who plays, villains in 80s and early 90s movies. He was in one of the Adam Sandler ones, wasn't it? The golfing one. Happy Gilmore? Is that it? Him. Yeah, congratulations. Now you can't unsee it either. So, bit of a swing and a miss from Figurarts with the face sculpt, which is a shame because the figure itself looks pretty decent. The cape, I feel, looks a little bit thick, but it's okay because I can barely see that. I can't look past the face, but I do like the articulation and the details, but it seems like that's one of those things where yeah, it just got past the checks and balances, and they were like, yep, that's all right, ship it out. And then the internet got their hands on it and went, ho, we're not going to let this one slip past. But if you do want to pick him up, he's going to be about $68 in the US. No pre-order date listed yet, but hopefully that'll be coming up soon. And to round out our SH Figurarts reveals, they are also doing Casca in her Band of the Hawk gear from Berserk. This might be, I think, the nicest looking Berserk figure they've done, and I'm so glad that I was so disappointed with the first Guts figure that I was like, nope, I'm out of the line now. Because if that hadn't have let me down so badly, I probably would have been on the hook for all of these. So saved a fair few quid here. But this Casca does look good. I love the tomboy look that she has, the sort of sheen on the armor. It's really pretty with the soft goods cape as well. Looks like a lovely bit of work. It really does. So this is going to be about $84, up for pre-order today in Japan, so it probably won't be long until it finds its way over to Western shores. The Street Fighter love just keeps on rolling, this time with Storm Collectibles. I was going to say Arena, I had to stop myself saying Arena. Just straight up Storm Collectibles. So these are the bigger Storm Collectibles figures. They've got their Player 2 version of Blanka. Their OG Blanka is, he's beautiful. And of course, now we've got the yellow and blue version going to go up for pre-order. I feel like now that they're doing Storm Arena in the good Lord scale of 1/12, that kind of takes away some of the appeal of the larger figures. But if you have the larger Street Fighter figures and you're building that collection, and man, those are gorgeous. They really are. And this is no exception. It's funny, when I did my Blanka review of the Jada figure, a lot of people were asking if that was a yellow repaint that I'd got my hands on. It wasn't. It was just the green screen messing up with the colors. But this is the legit yellow one, and he does look pretty. Real quick one here, because it's just the one picture for the announcement. McFarlane Toys are doing No Man's Land Batman. No Man's Land is a story that I really want to read, because it came out right in the mid-90s when I started really getting into comics, but it was DC, and I wasn't made of money, so it kind of passed me by. But I do love this combination of colors on Batman. This is arguably peak Batman, for me at least. Gonna go up for pre-order July 8th, though. When it does, there'll be a whole lot more pictures, so I'll talk about it more then. Also going to be launching July 8th is the DC Direct Multiverse Batgirl Stephanie Brown version. That's Stephanie Brown version of Batgirl. Again, only one picture to go on, so I won't linger, but I do think it looks pretty cool, actually. So yeah, more images and details coming soon. Whew, Mondo, man, their Motu figures, they just get prettier and prettier. And Manny Faces here is no exception. This one is very close to me with my childhood heart. I think Manny Faces was one of the few Motu figures that I had. Him and the dude with like the radar in his chest. I forget his name, but they were my childhood figures. So seeing this in 1/6 scale with the Mondo detail treatment, it's almost enough to make me part with the $260 it would require to put him in my hands. Luckily, it's not quite enough, so my wallet's safe. But looking at the pictures, I can see why you might be tempted out there. So to give you a little rundown of what is here, Manny Faces figure, the helmetless portrait, also regular four-sided portrait, a lizard portrait, robot portrait, small blaster, large blaster, mace, and Squinch minifigure. Not familiar with Squinch. Who's Squinch? Oh, little Viking kid looking character. Okay, what the heck? You get him too. But yeah, once again, another winner from Mondo that's gonna do terrible things to your bank balance. Today's cosplay cover artist is Sladkoslava. Go check her out on Instagram. Pretty sure I've featured her before, but then again, every time she does a new cosplay photo set, I'm like, okay, that's another model behavior thumbnail. And this one, well, was no exception. In Artist Alley today, wanted to show off this awesome-looking gender-swap Doom guy from Kaijin Man. I love it when someone takes something that you recognize and then changes it slightly and you're like, hey, that's a thing I know, but this is a different version of it. I'm a simple creature. And this I think is awesome. If we could get an action figure like this, yeah, I think I might finally have a Doom guy on my shelf. Or a Doom girl. Either way, though, this dude's got some crazy great artistic skills. And if you don't mind a little bit of cheesecake on your Instagram feed, you can go give him a follow. And folks, that does it for good news for today. What did you think about the items covered? Comment below and let me know. And if you like this episode, then you can support the channel by grabbing yourself a Model Behavior channel membership by getting one of those, just like all the folks going up the screen right now. You can enjoy the live streams that I do for channel members. You can be a part of the conversation, part of the community, and just wake up in the morning knowing that you're helping me make more episodes. So thank you so much, everyone who is a channel member. And if you don't want to be a channel member, that's okay. I don't mind that. If you don't mind giving a thumbs up, that'd be super awesome. If you don't want to do that, you know what? I ain't even mad at you. Go on and live your life. I hope you have a great day. And until next time, keep displaying model behavior.
Coffee, big time.